but I never found myself to really want to work with larger species such as this because I find them, I have a healthy respect for them, you know, not intimidation, but, you know, respect. Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. Who are you?
I'm Audra. I'm the curator here of the Congo region at the Columbus Zoo.
The Congo region. So is it mostly primates over here?
It is mostly primates, although we do have leopards and okapi as well.
Okapi?
Yes.
I didn't see the okapi.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to stay on track here.
Got it.
I like okapi. I like them. Anyways, okay. You are no longer a keeper, but you used to be a keeper.
I was for many years.
And you worked with mandrills before?
I worked with mandrills for my entire career, 27 years.
27 years. So it's safe to say that you are the authority on mandrills.
I'll say I have some level of knowledge on mandrills.
Listen, you are the expert here, okay? And I think people will respect it. So what is your favorite fact about mandrills?
You know, mandrills, so many cool things about mandrills, but they are the largest species of monkey. And one of my favorite things about them are the males are really brightly colored, and that color intensifies when they get very excited. Anything really sort of gets their blood flowing. They can go from a pale pink to a vibrant hot pink in a matter of seconds. And I think that's a really fun fact.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at, there's a lot of butts out there. How many males do you?
We have one adult male.
The one adult male.
This is Mosi back here, and he's the one with the really vibrant colors. They're about twice the size of the adult females. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we have two young males in the group. So they still look coloration-wise just like the adult females, but as they grow, they're gonna get taller, longer, lankier, and then eventually they'll get what we call the fatted condition, and that's when they get really bulky, and their colors will start to intensify, and they'll get that really bright, beautiful male coloration.
So one of my favorite random little trivia facts about mandrills is about a movie, which you probably know where I'm gonna go with this.
Absolutely.
Right, people don't really know what Rafiki is from Lion King. They think that he's a baboon.
Yes.
But he is
a mandrill.
A mandrill.
Yes, and mandrills are, they look a lot like baboons. They have a lot of similarities, but interestingly, they're actually more closely related to a mangabe, which is a different type of monkey that is not part of the baboon family. Right. And so animals that can look very similar to one another, but actually can be more related to something else. So it can be a little bit confusing.
So in the wild, you'd find mandrills in Africa?
Yes, you find them in Africa, in the forest part of Africa. So many baboons live actually more on a savanna area, but mandrills are more forested animals.
As we're talking right now, I see them somewhat foraging, exhibiting natural behaviors.
Yes,
looking
they're diggers.
They're diggers.
They are, and they are really designed for digging. They've got powerful forearms, and they dig for roots, nuts, all sorts of things buried. So our mandrills spend a lot of their time digging these holes in their habitat and trying to find things that they can, you know, decide are tasty little treats. We do create piles of mulch and other things to help them have more things to dig out their food from, but that's what they want to do all day long. They want to walk around the habitat and dig.
Yeah, he just found a nice fat grub in there.
And that's an interesting point because these guys are omnivores, so they do eat protein sources. So they're going to eat bugs and small lizards, eggs, those kinds of things, in addition to leaves and fruits and nuts.
You know, I just wanted to mention this. So as a former zookeeper myself, I never found myself to be a primate keeper. I have worked with some primates, but I never found myself to really want to work with larger species such as this giant male or any of the great apes, because I find them, I have a healthy respect for them. You know, not intimidation, but respect.
Sure.
What could you tell me about their personalities and their behavior?
I get that. I never wanted to be primates initially either, and then I ended up here working with primates and realized it was a perfect area. They keep you on your toes. They're complicated. Working social groups, you always have to be thinking about all the dynamics, and I like a puzzle, and I like a challenge. Primates are a challenge.
Yes.
They're smarter than we are about at least 60% of the time, and you have to keep thinking of new ways to keep them busy and occupied.
Yes.
And they don't let you let your guard down because they're always 2 steps ahead of you.
I think that's why I had somewhat of a fear to work with them, because I couldn't say that I would be on my toes at all times and be on top of my game at all times. I didn't have enough faith in myself at that time.
I'm sure you would have been excellent. It just, you got to dive in and...
Yeah. So communication here.
Yes.
So what do you think that was about?
Usually that communication is a little more of kind of letting us know they want something and something's going on. Doing that more towards the male was probably a little bit of appeasement.
Gotcha.
You know, making sure that dad was okay.
Oh, that's
with
cute.
him. So
that's cute. Okay, there's a little baby in there. So are they a part of the SSP actually? I wanted to ask about that.
Yes,
okay.
This is a species survival program for mandrills, and so our individuals here are part of that, and the breedings and births were all recommended by that species survival program.
Awesome. I love animal behavior. That's one of the things I focused on in college and just in my years of working around animals. Just with the primates, it's so complex. That's a face. I don't like that face.
That's an appeasement face.
Okay.
So when he's grinning at you and kind of shaking his head, that's him saying, hey, it's okay, everything's fine.
Okay.
When he opens his mouth,
yes,
throws back his head and shows you those teeth.
Like it's almost looks like a yawn, right?
Yeah, but
similar, because they have another one.
A regular yawn
right.
can be just a normal,
right.
I'm nervous. When the head comes back and the mouth is open and you get a really good look at those teeth, that's when they're threatening.
So all these subtle,
it's very subtle
differences. Now that you are no longer a on-grounds zookeeper, like hands-on deck zookeeper, what is it like to be the curator of an area?
I mean, I love it. I get to be more in depth involved in a lot of our animal programs. And of course, I love fostering the careers of the keepers below me. I like seeing them grow and develop their skills, learning that they're really good with a species I didn't think that maybe would be their strength.
Yeah.
But I love the global aspect. So you mentioned species survival programs. I'm heavily involved in those. I've been running the Colobus Gareza program for the last 20 years. And I like that collaborative work that zoos are doing to help make sure that we are, in fact, helping these species be here for the next 100 years for the public to understand and learn more about them. What can we do to make sure that they are still there living in nature for generations to come? We share the planet, and these are the little steps that we get to take. And I think a curator gets to have a more involved action plan with that kind of collaborative work.
What was it like to have worked with animals like the mandrill for you when you're 20, how many years? 27 years. Yeah. What's it been like?
I mean, I love every second and every opportunity that we get. Mandrills were one of the first primate species I really got to be very heavily involved in because I was a newer keeper when we first brought them to our zoo. And so there was a lot of opportunity for me to sort of dive right in, and I just loved the nuances of the mandrills. They have a very interesting hierarchy in the way that they work. I've had some real highlights with mandrills. We did do human-assisted rearing of our adult male. His mom wasn't able to care for him, and so we got to be those kind of foster moms for 9 days, and then got him back into a group. So he's very special to me. That was a skill that I didn't have with mandrills before that, and getting to see that we were able to get him right back into a group and that he could grow and thrive, and now he's the leader of a troop. He's had his own babies. Those are, impactful moments.
Well, again, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it, and seeing these beautiful animals. No,
yeah, it's really nice to have you here at our zoo.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, that's a wrap for day one here at the Columbus Zoo. What was your favorite encounter of the day? My personal favorite probably has to be the giraffes and drawing blood. That was pretty amazing. I've never seen anything like that in a zoo. I know zoos do it, but I've never actually done part of it myself. I didn't actually be a part of it. Whatever, I'm rambling now. Anyways, I'm excited to go to the wilds next. That is day 2. Stay tuned for it. I'm so excited. Let's go. See you there.